we accept the president's words. They came from a place of anger and disappointment. I'm sure many Americans feel the same way.
The president was right to let loose his feelings.
Now, I want to say this. I heard somebody say on TikTok that if we send the migrants home, meaning, you know, the illegal immigrants, if we send them back to Mexico, we send them back to Venezuela, we send them back to wherever they came from, then we as black people should be deported as well because we are over here illegally. Let me say this. We are not over here illegally. We didn't ask to be in this country. Some of us were here when when slaves were brought over, right? You have your Negro, Native Americans, right? Some of us were over here. But then the slaves that were brought over here were not asked to come. We did not ask to come here. So we in a sense, we are not illegal. We built this country from off the sweat of our backs.
Y'all know when Latinos and Hispanics be like black Americans are next, they really thought that black Americans are immigrants. And that explains why they voted the way they voted. They try to get us up out of here. But I gotta say to the Latino community, not only did your ESL classes, but the American educational system failed you tremendously. Because black Americans are not immigrants and we're not going anywhere. This is how
People who spent years calling America racist are now crying online because they're being sent back to the same country they swore was better than here. Y'all like the video right here, follow for more. And let's get into this one. You see the meltdown videos everywhere, tears, anger, demands, but none of them mention the fraud investigations, the expired visas, the money that moved through criminal networks, or the abuse of programs paid for by the taxpayers. The moment accountability shows up, they all act shocked. I look at these videos and all I see is the same contradiction. Somalia is beautiful when they want moral high ground, but Somalia becomes unsafe the moment removal papers arrive. They switch the story depending on what benefits them. The reactions are emotional because the system finally stopped bending. Deportations are happening because laws exist, because agencies uncover fraud rings, because certain groups are draining millions from health, housing, and social programs that working Americans rely on. There's nothing complicated here. People act like the West owes everyone a comfortable life, like your job is to give everyone else more than what you could give your own family.
Hello, black people. I hope you're staying home. Don't be out there protesting in Los Angeles. That's what they want. They want to gun us down. Stay home.
Hispanic community, we do not stand with you. Let me tell you something. If you came into this country illegally, you must go. If we went to Taiwan, if we went to Asia, if we went anywhere in the world, the first thing they're going to ask us for is our passport. The second thing they're going to ask us is how long do we plan to stay. The next thing they're going to ask us is for our email. The next thing they're going to ask us is for the address where we're going. And if we stay a day longer than what we're supposed to stay, they will drag us out. Drag us out. So you coming over here, breaking through the borders, looking for black people to come turn up and all this kind of stuff. We stand together. No, 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 no. Either y'all looking for black people to come out to loot, to riot, to tear up. We will not destroy our communities. And this is a message to the black community. We will not destroy our communities. We need our stores. We don't need our stores looted in. We do not need things being broken in. What do we really have left, y'all? This is a real crazy time in the economy, so it's not really a time to just be rebuilding. People don't have billions of dollars to rebuild things that Hispanics are tearing up. Y'all making it look bad for y'all entire community. Your time of free money healthcare, free housing have come to an end. I'm sorry that Joe Biden misled y'all. I'm sorry that Kamala sold y'all the American dream. But baby, it has come crashing down and it's time to go. Do not destroy our communities. It is hard enough for people to rebuild now. Get your bags and get to stepping. Go back to your...
Hello, brothers and sisters. How are you doing? I'm hoping that you are doing great from whatever you're watching me from. As you know, I'm your host and presenter, Agent Stars. And I think that there's something important that we need to address. For the longest time, people create mess expecting black people to come and help them, knowing very well that whatever you do has repercussions. The recent case, we have seen people that are learning so much from their mistakes that they've been doing for the longest time. I'm talking about white people generally. I'm talking about Latinos. I'm talking about the Somalis. Probably the most recent case that we are having about them. But one thing that still stands is that people are getting to learn to depend on black people after making a mistake. What I really love about black people is that they are now really getting to see their worth and they understand that they cannot help everyone. And I've been saying this for the longest time. And I think it's time that black people need to start considering like putting their energy into their own communities. I think this is something that I've been saying for the longest time. And I've been telling my brothers and sisters in the United States that I think it's time that black people have been pouring in other people's cup. And I think it's time for them to like consider pouring inside their cup, right? Because for the longest time, when we try to look at the economic disparities between black people and other communities, most of the time, we get that black people are at a position that they are economically disadvantaged. In as much as black people have created path for immigrants to come into the United States, what you need to understand is that black people have given themselves so much into these people to the extent that we have people that are benefiting from black Americans. And it is time right now for black people to consider themselves and now put themselves in front of the pedestal. The way to focus this energy is not helping anyone, but helping yourself first. It is not a way of being greedy. I'm not telling you to be mean. I mean, that's not being mean, it's being considerate. But I think it's high time black people think of a way of putting themselves first before putting anyone. So I don't want to say much. I just want to let you watch the video and then I'll be back. I'll be sharing my 2 cents in regards to this. So let's watch the video. I'll be back.
Country doing all of this destroying and tearing up and burning cars. At the end of the day, you still have to go. I hope that you don't think this will grant you a legal citizenship, because it won't.
Yo, and she said it. I don't know if it's anything that I disagree with. 98, 99% of every single thing that she said, I rock with. And let me tell you why. For a long...
It seems like other, deeply melanated black people are really, really fucking upset that black American citizens exist. Like ones that were actually born here that have a lineage here. Like I keep seeing videos of them saying, oh, you're next. And shouts out to Leo. I saw his video where he was responding to, I'm guessing she was a Caribbean, saying your president doesn't like you. Y'all gonna be back picking cotton. He gonna get y'all out of here next. And it's like, he literally said that we built this country. He literally said that the birthright citizenship was for the descendants of slaves, chattel slavery. Y'all are so butthurt that we cannot be deported. Then they were like, oh, because when it's time for y'all to get out of here, y'all ain't gonna have nowhere to go. Get out of where? Where they gonna send me? Georgia? South Carolina? Y'all do know that a lot of us literally still to this day own land in this country. And the ones of us that don't know that we do, we're taking the proper steps and we're going through the proper channels to reclaim our ancestors' land. Y'all maybe y'all don't know that, but it's so ignorant to keep assuming that we are all immigrants. Y'all are really jealous that we can't be deported anywhere. Y'all are really, really jealous. It's envy at this point, because what else is it? We don't do anything to you people. Nothing. We welcomed y'all. And it seems to be backfiring that we all thought that we were all one just because we share the same hue of complexion. And I know I'm continuously making the same types of videos, but it's like, I keep seeing y'all making these videos talking about y'all, and then y'all always trying to attack slavery. Y'all always trying to attack as if on the Caribbean. Child, I could get into so much that's going on y'all's islands and in y'all's countries to this day in 2025. Y'all are just so fucking envious. Then there was this girl that was like, oh, if everybody has an issue with Black Americans, then maybe it's Black Americans. If everybody doesn't like you. No, that's not true. Because we literally do not start. We do not do anything to anybody. We've literally welcomed everybody that came to this country. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Like, I saw a girl saying Brooklyn belongs to the Caribbeans now. New York belongs to the Caribbeans. And it's like, we still exist out there. And the reason why y'all were able to successfully migrate and set up shop is because we supported y'all. We thought we were all kinfolk. I've had plenty of Caribbean friends to this day that I love and I've supported. I've supported businesses. I've patronized restaurant shops and everything. While y'all just literally, not all of y'all, but some of y'all just have this disdain, this hatred for us for no reason. And I think it's really envy that we cannot be deported. There's this deep-seated envy, like a hatred, because we are American. And a lot of y'all fight and strive so much to come here when we were born here. And yes, we've had our hardships and our struggles, and we still fighting and we still thriving. But we are a very, very successful group of Black people in the world globally. Our impact, the things that we've innovated, our inventions, the things that we've created, it's undeniable. Ain't nobody really fucking with us like that. Even the poorest of us that live in the hoods. If we compare our hoods to y'all's hoods, there's no fucking comparison. Y'all always want to compare y'all top 10% to our bottom 10. Let's go apples for apples. Living in a hood here is not even a marker to how much you make these days. It's very expensive to live in urban communities, especially in a tri-state in 2025. So that's not even a socio-economic marker anymore. But anyways, I'm just tired of, like, leave us alone. Hang it up. Spread love is Brooklyn Way.
Commenting about the Ukrainians, and they were saying, yeah, but these people are literally, if they go back there, they could die and stuff. We could die as well. I told them that my father wasn't alive and we had to escape, and they were laughing about it. We're saying, yeah, well, we all have problems, but they were defending the white people. And what I'm trying to say is like we don't want you to defend us. You don't have to defend us. It's okay. You guys have your own problems. I'm just telling you about history, what happened, how Mexicans helped the Black slaves, how a lot of Mexicans got killed as well, saving them, how we have always stand.
So now that Trump is doing like the mass deportation, this Mexican woman, and I've seen a few other Mexicans saying that Black people needed to help them and stand in solidarity with them. This is not our fight. And she's talking about how the Mexicans helped the Black slaves and how they were killed and on the front lines. First of all, we don't even have to go back in history. We already have a lot of issues in our community that we have to face daily and that we're marching for, going to Congress about, trying to get bills passed. We don't have any allies. So we don't even got to talk about slavery. What about now? I don't see the Mexican community rallying behind Black people. I just don't see it, not by the droves. I'm not going to say on an individual level and on an individual basis, there are some of you that may, help. But this is not our fight. Don't. You see how they come and recruit us when they need help and when they need numbers? But when we need help and when we need numbers, we're just another nigga on the street. Like, come on, they a lot of these Latinas, they be racist too. Okay? I've been to Mexico and I've seen Mexicans that were dark as me. They don't get the representation in the media. We only see the lighter complected ones. Colorism is rampant over there too. We could go deep, but Black people, stand down. I mean, if you want to help, that's up to you, but don't let these people guilt trip you. Not the guilt trip. What y'all think about this? Do we owe the Mexicans anything? Spread love is the Brooklyn Way.
Now, I want to say this. I heard somebody say on TikTok that if we send the migrants home, meaning, the illegal immigrants, if we send them back to Mexico, we send them back to Venezuela, we send them back to wherever they came from, then we as Black people should be deported as well because we are over here illegally. Let me say this. We are not over here illegally. We didn't ask to be in this country. Some of us were here when when slaves were brought over, right? You have your Negro, Native Americans, right? Some of us were over here. But then the slaves that were brought over here were not asked to come. We did not ask to come here. So we in a sense, we are not illegal. We built this country from off the sweat of our backs. So when I hear people say that black people should pack up and get ready to be deported, I am not from Africa. I was born here in America. A lot of my mother was born here. My grandmother was born here. My great-grandmother was born here. You know, so in ancestral history, it was centuries ago, right? That our ancestors were born in Africa. We don't know a thing about Africa. So for somebody to imply that black people should also be deported, we are not over here illegally. We are over here legally, okay? We were never illegal. What they did by stealing some of us was illegal, okay? Yes, some of us were sold into slavery, some of us were traded, etc., etc., but we were brought over here against our will. So I don't really want to hear anybody saying it. It doesn't make sense. It actually makes you sound like you don't understand any type of history. You have no type of historical knowledge or background as to what really has happened.
We used to get hung on trees, just like black people. We're the same. We used to get all the shit. We used to get hung for the dumbest things, homie. For correcting a little white kid on not using bad language, for looking at a white lady wrong. They would take you and hang you on a tree, throw a party, throw a whole barbecue, homie.
Look, number one, black people, I need to tell you that what's going on with the mass deportations that are happening right now is not your fight, black people, because there are a lot of Latinos that are out here spreading a lot of misinformation, trying to make their issue when it comes to these mass deportations, which is, by the way, what a lot of black people, including myself, voted for. They're trying to make that your issue. And I'm here to tell you, black folks, that that is not your issue. Mass deportation of criminal illegal immigrants is not your issue. First of all, because foundational black Americans have been here for generations. My family has been here for generations. Again, we are legal citizens. And don't think and don't listen to these people that are trying to say, oh, when they come for the criminal illegals and they deport all of them, then they're going to be coming for black people next, because that's a lie. Their issue has nothing to do with black Americans. And there's going to be a lot of them spreading misinformation like that around, trying to get you to care about mass deportations of criminal illegal immigrants. I'm telling you, black folks, not our fight.
Oh, and another thing, I'm fucking loving black Americans showing the Somalis their whole ass, bruh. Oh, and don't pay attention to my nappy-headed, ashy ass. This is me. This is me, nigga. But the fact that black Americans are letting these Somalis know we don't fuck with y'all like that. Oh yeah, we remember all the disrespectful shit y'all motherfuckers was on when y'all was up off of fraud. Yeah, talking about, oh, we ain't black, we Arabs. Now y'all calling black folks to come stand with you cause Arabs ain't fucking with you either. See, I don't get it, because y'all keep fucking saying shit like, oh, as a minority, after they get us, they coming for y'all. Who the fuck is y'all? And why the fuck y'all only need black folks when y'all in some shit, huh? Yeah, and this is going to whatever minority is in the spotlight right now. Every time y'all need some hood behavior or some hooligan behavior. See, this is the thing
So my opinion on the black and brown relations when it comes to the mass deportation and all that, and why they say, oh, black people are not really sympathizing with what's going on with ICE and the Latino community and the Mexican community and everything like that. Now, like when it came to like civil rights, the civil rights movement, black people literally stuck their necks out for equality for all. It wasn't really just about us. It was equality for all. It was like a human rights issue we was fighting for. And majority, you seen black people. A few white liberals. You wasn't really seeing no Spanish faces. No Asian faces, none of that. And they the ones who benefited the most. Not even black people benefited from the civil rights movement. Let's just be clear. And I'm saying, and if you think that that's a lie, then just look at what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? But even when it comes to like the Black Panther Party of Self-Defense, it was called the Black Panther Party of Self-Defense, but the slogan, the motto was what? All power to the people. It wasn't all power to black people. It wasn't black power. It was all power to the people. The Black Panther Party fought against oppression of all people. Still, you sticking your neck out for everybody who's being oppressed. That includes the Latino community. Now, let's just be clear. The Latino community don't like black people, bro. We've seen that over the years. The Mexicans don't like black people. They don't like us, bro. They don't. They don't. So the fact that they're going through this, and it's like, oh, you know, black people, if they march with us, they can change. Nah, bro. We done stuck our necks out already. That's the attitude you're getting back. We done stuck our necks out. When's the last time y'all stuck your necks out for us? So that's how it's looking. Because honestly, I'm going to keep it a buck, bro. Like, my family is mostly immigrants. Jamaicans, Trinidad, you know what I'm saying? Bayesian, Guyanese. Like, all I know is West Indians. And ICE ain't kicking out their door. Because, you know, we had to do it the right way. We had to grease some palms in our embassy to get them visas. And we had to work our asses off, taking care of white babies and cleaning up shit after old people to get them visas and apply it the right way. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't neighbors of the borders like y'all. And that's just a fact. That's a known fact. We had to do it the right way. Now, I'm not saying not all the Latino community doesn't do it the right way. I'm not saying that. But we know that y'all be on that fucking mess. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do be on that mess. And then when y'all do get ahead, y'all stick y'all nose up like y'all better than us. So that's the attitude that they be getting. That's definitely that. So we just giving you the same energy. So it's like, you want us to stick our necks out for y'all? Nah, this time it's your turn. It's your turn. And that's what it is. Like, nah, niggas, like, and I feel like black people kind of woke up and was like, nah, we got to start looking out for ourselves. Like, fuck the whole world. Like, we trying to save the world. Nah, bro. It's time to save ourselves. So, honestly, that's the attitude that people are given. And honestly, can you blame us?
You're the problem, because my post is about Black Americans, which you're not a Black American, even though you want to cosplay as one, because you already said that your parents are immigrants. So unless one of your parents is a Black American, you're not a Black American. And you already said that you were Caribbean. So you saying that you're Black American is not correct, because Black American is an ethnicity, honey. And not only that, you're commenting on a post that's in response to somebody calling Black Americans white, because we are stating that if you are not in favor of Black Americans receiving reparations, then you do not deserve us to care about your issues, because you're not caring about ours. It's giving that y'all move here, y'all migrate here, and you believe that Black Americans are still the slaves of the land, and that we're supposed to continuously work for every other group while we sit back and we get nothing in return. Every fight that Black Americans have fought for in this country, unfortunately, we have not been able to reap the full benefits of each and individual thing that we fought for. Every system put in place that immigrants get when they come here, because as much as y'all like to deny that y'all don't get assistance, that's a bold-faced lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Y'all be talking about, I came here with no money in my pocket, and all of a sudden y'all own businesses, y'all own cars, y'all own homes. Please, please. Stop it. This is that xenophobic, anti-Black American rhetoric that I'm talking about. Anytime we bring up anything that's a specific issue within the Black American ethnicity community, here comes one of you talking about y'all are bigger than the program. Y'all really think that we should put our stuff aside and concentrate on you? Latinos are not in community with Black Americans. Like, let's be for real. Y'all talking about Afro-Latinos, the same ones who come over here and claim everything as our culture is theirs and say that we have no culture. I just seen a video of a Puerto Rican girl saying that it's not Black American culture in Chicago, where a ton of Black people from the South moved to Chicago. That's why there's such a high population of Black Americans. And our very culture, a whole bunch of Puerto Ricans are in their Puerto Rican parade doing Black American dances to Black American sounds, inspired sounds, and had the audacity talking about, this isn't Black American, this is Chicago culture. That's the erasure that y'all do when you come here. So absolutely not. We are not going to care about your issues anymore. The fact that we bring up our issues that are impacting our culture, and in response, you guys always bring up whatever issue that is impacting you like it's bigger than the program. It's not bigger than the program, babes. We, as the newest generations that are coming up, we are no longer putting other communities ahead of ours for the sake of just Blackness. Because when y'all come here, y'all make it super clear that y'all are a different type of Black. Y'all only want to say that y'all are united in Blackness because when it benefits you. Remember, I know Black. That's right. You're not, because Blackness has always been established in the United States of America as our ethnicity. Blackness has not been established as an ethnicity in any other part of this world. Blackness is a race, and also in America for foundational Black Americans, it's an ethnicity. So you can take your yap off my page, because at the end of the day, over here, it's Black American pride. Black American. So don't cosplay Black American unless you have a parent who's actually Black American, because the only parent that you spoke on was your mother, and you said that she was an immigrant. So I don't know what your father is. Maybe you're half Black American, but let's not get it twisted. My post is about seeking reparations, not about immigration. Bye-bye.
Why did I see a tweet today talking about the fact that Trump is targeting Somali people in Minnesota is going to put Black Americans at risk? I don't think so. I think that Black Americans and Somali people don't look anything alike, first of all. Second of all, they don't even consider themselves Black.
We are Somalis, not Black. There, I said it.
Somalis are not Black. Let me explain why. Looking at me right now, chat, am I Black? I'm literally brown. I'm literally brown, bro. Think about it as well. Somalis are Arabs. We're in the Arab leagues. We speak the Arab language. We eat the Arab food. Bro, think about it like this, bro. If a whole community doesn't regard themselves as Black, we can't be Black, bro.
Somalis are not Black. Now, before you disagree with me, I just want to say, listen, right? There's no such thing as the term Black. The term Black only came about in colonization. I don't have to accept that, Sahib. That's why the other day when I was in a place, someone said to me, are you Black? I said, I'm not Black, Sahib. I don't accept that term.
Somalis are not Black. There's a difference between African and Black.
You think that a person, any person, can't tell the difference between a Black American and a Somali person? I don't think so. I think that you can tell the difference between a Somali person and a Black American person. Like, I really do. And I'm just saying.
I'm watching some of Leo Spells live, and I've seen two people from two different backgrounds call Black Americans slaves. I've seen a Somali person call us a slave and start cussing women out, calling us bees and hoes. And I've heard a Latino man call us slaves. You're nothing but slaves. Y'all don't know where y'all come from. You people are nothing. You build nothing. You own nothing. You're nothing. You're nothing. And I'm like, wow, like y'all really have these sentiments and y'all have these negative views and such vitriol and disdain toward us for what? We built nothing, yet you're coming to a country that our ancestors built. You're coming to a country that has an infrastructure that we heavily helped to curate and create. My lineage built the literal White House. We've built buildings all over this goddamn. My father was a construction worker building buildings. He helped to build the Freedom Towers during 9/11 when those towers fell down. He was there helping to rebuild that site. I know so many of my other friends Black American, who their fathers were literally building monumental buildings all around this goddamn country. So for people to come here and say that, especially immigrants that would not have been able to migrate here had it not been for Black Americans without an immigrant background, you all, especially the people from Somalia and from those countries with certain religions, especially the women, y'all wouldn't even have basic human fucking rights. Y'all come here and pop it to Black Americans and pop it on the internet when you would not even be able to pop it on the internet like that in your own country. You would not be able to disparage the president or the leaders in your own countries because you would be off with your motherfucking head. So the fact that these people keep coming, you're a slave, bitch, what the fuck are you? What are you? Especially people in those African countries, because a lot of you all, it's very sad, but a lot of you all are still being sold into slavery present day. In Latin communities, Mexico, the trafficking is diabolical. Y'all are selling y'all fucking kids. It's just very sad what's going on in other parts of the world. So for you all to come and look your nose down on us and say we own nothing, we have nothing, what the fuck do y'all have? What do y'all build? What do y'all own? Y'all fled y'all's homeland. Y'all did not stay and fight. Y'all have no soul, no rhythm, no blues. Y'all do not fight. Y'all flee. And y'all come to a table that was built by the blood, sweat, and tears of Black Americans and talk shit to us and call us slaves. If it wasn't for those slaves, you wouldn't be able to come here. There would not be this great country, the land of milk and honey that everybody and their mother wants to migrate to. It's just so utterly disrespectful and disgusting. And I don't even get offended no more. Y'all keep calling us a slave. Nobody's offended by that. Because guess what? That is a testament to the fact that we are survivors. We are the most resilient group of motherfucking Black people on planet Earth. They have been trying to G-side us, literally wipe us out. They wiped out some of our entire bloodlines, but we are the ones that survived. And I'm going to keep saying that and singing it from the fucking rooftops. I am very proud of the cloth that I'm cut from. I'm very proud to be a Black American woman. I am very proud of my ancestors. I'm very proud of what my ancestors were able to withstand so that I could be here today. So that y'all funky asses could come and tether and migrate your funky skunt asses over here right now. If it was not for the slaves that y'all keep trying to talk down on and make fun of. Like, who makes a joke saying slave, slave, slave? When you talking about you didn't build shit. Bitch, you didn't build shit. You can't even fucking build a country that's governed by you. Y'all keep talking about colonization. They stealing this, they stealing it, blah, blah, blah. You all run your own fucking countries. Y'all not living side by side with people that's been trying to oppress you and unalive you for years the way that we do, thriving at the same race that we thrive. Have some fucking grace, bitch. Spread of it's the Brooklyn way. The fuck, bitch? Calling us slaves? Disrespecting our fucking ancestors? That's why I hope all of y'all get the fuck up out of here. The ones that think like that. So the other ones that's cool, this ain't for you. So don't pop it in my fucking comment section, bitch, because I don't want to hear it. It gets to a point. We've been way too nice. That's why y'all talking all of that hot money, big money, cash money shit. Because we've been way too nice. Now we start to grab our nuts and y'all can't fucking take it. Bitch.
So we can be honest, okay? Many immigrants, not all of them, many immigrants come over here and they mock the oppression of ethnic Black Americans, okay? Whether they understand what's going on and the dynamics behind it is irrelevant. The fact is, a lot of them come over and they mock our oppression. They don't understand that here's the truth. The truth about our oppression is the fact that we can't be deported, okay? They can. Okay, and this is a power dynamic that white supremacy has used throughout history. Okay, the only way Black Americans can leave is if we want to. Okay, and they have tried it, like for instance with Liberia, they've tried it by making other places, yeah, go over here, go over there, go over there, and it wouldn't surprise me one bit that they have paid, just like they did with Liberia, they have paid leaders in other countries to say, okay, we'll make you citizens, or okay, we'll do this. It wouldn't surprise me at all, because they've been trying to get us off of the United States of America for centuries. Okay, they cannot, because we are citizens, right? We aren't immigrants. And so The only option they've had is to oppress us. And they used immigrants to do that as well. Okay? If anyone's watching this video, you have to go back and watch my Stitch video and the other Stitch video. Okay? So when the immigrants come over here, the professional immigrants come over here so that they don't have to give Black Americans these professional positions a lot of times, especially in the past. The immigrants feel like, hoo-hoo, I'm smarter than you. But in reality, the only reason they're allowing you to come over here so they can get rid of you later. They're not, they want to get rid of you later. It's just, it's a constant boom, 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 boom. Okay, so yeah, you come over here on a visa, they want you to leave. They want you to leave, and they'll get somebody else to replace you. They want you to leave. Okay? That's the whole thing, and this is why we're seeing what we're seeing today, where suddenly immigrants are a problem. No, they've never, and I did a video about this long ago. They never wanted you here. They make things appear like they want you here. They don't want you here. They just want you to work. That's it. Okay? Why do they need the immigrants? Not because they're smarter. It's because, oh my gosh, we don't want to let Black Americans. We don't want to let Black Americans, because we can't get rid of Black Americans. Black Americans will end up being on top. Because they already know. They already know our skills. They already know. They already know about us. They'll be on top. We have to keep Black America down. Because we can't get rid of them. We have to keep Black America down. We have to keep their water bad. We have to, wherever they are, we have to do everything we can to keep them down. We can let Chinatown flourish. But Black America, no, we can't. We can't do that. We have to. Can't do that. No. We can let some people come over here on some H-1B visas or HB1 visas, whatever it's called. We can let that happen. Yeah. But yeah, we can let some people come over as long as we can ship them back. Make sure you look for anything they do illegal. We can ship them back. They can't ship us anywhere. They can't ship us anywhere. See? So that's where the oppression comes in. Because we want to stay supreme. In their heads now, they're supreme. We want to stay supreme. And you can see it happening today. When they tried to remove Tuskegee Airmen out, remove the fact that they're Black. Just put them in with everybody else. Remove. You know? They just have this thing about being supreme in their heads, right? When they know they're not. They can't run this country alone. Let's be honest. They never did. Okay? But they want to keep the majority. They want to keep the majority. And then they want to make the immigrants feel like, yeah, you're better than Black America. When in fact, they're not. They're not. They're going to find every single way to get them up out of here. This isn't the first time they've done it to. This is not the first time that they've done it to Latinos. This is not the first time. This is not the first time they've done it to Africans. This is not the first time they've done it. This is not the first time they've harmed Asians. They're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep doing it. They're going to find a way. They're going to do all kind of different. It's going to be some kind of 12-step process that we're going to do this first, this third. They love playing the long game. And they will change a law here or there for something they plan on doing in the next couple of years. Oh, yeah. They do that. They're doing that right now. And I know a lot of people think, oh, she's lying. I'm not lying. Here, look. Historically, they've always brought immigrants over here, including white ones. The white immigrants aren't any. The white immigrants are duped too. Okay, the white immigrants are duped too. They need the white immigrants because a long time ago, the white immigrants were indentured servants, and they could hire them much cheaper than Black Americans, regular workers. Yeah, because even Black Americans hired some of them. And they didn't complain or anything because they didn't want to get kicked out of America. They wanted to stay in America. They didn't complain, so they took.
So, brothers and sisters, welcome back. I'm just trying to think about if black people could have realized this for the longest time, that they need to pour back into their cups, because you realize that black people have given access to like a lot of people, and most of the time you realize that this hasn't benefited them for the longest time. And what I'm glad that is happening right now, black people are starting to consider thinking about themselves, putting themselves first, and learning that they are getting to learn that they are so important because they have been putting themselves back, and other people have been coming, growing in the name of the black community, and they don't give credit to the black people. Let's talk about immigrants, right? People don't understand that for you to even get into the United States, it is because of Black Americans. Perfect case scenario of this video that I'm talking about Hispanics. I'm talking about the Somalis. All this group of all these folks, they have thrived because of Black American. It is because the Black Americans created the path for people to come to the United States. This includes every immigrant, including Africans. Like there is nobody which is being left behind. So you get to understand that Black Americans have played a significant role in making this happen. One thing that I understand, there is a one-sided type of solidarity that these people try to ask. I'm talking about a situation where now immigrants have gotten into the United States and people are now living in the United States because there is this stereotype that black people are told, other groups of people are told that if you go to the United States, don't interact with black people. And so they move on with this stereotype. So much you get to realize that after benefiting from the black community, they see that they just want to leave and go to, other communities. But they don't think that for them to be in the United States to begin with, it is because of the efforts. It is because people like Malcolm X fought for this. It is because some blood was shed and they had to put a stop in this. And that's how they decided that other group of people are going to be coming to the United States and they are thriving in the United States. And there's no problem with thriving. I mean, United States is an open economy, like you can thrive, but at least give credit to the people that made it successful for you to be there. I've seen a lot of immigrants becoming so much cocky when they get to the United States, saying that black Americans are lazy, saying that black Americans should stop complaining, they should just get into work just like any other group. I've seen all these crazy videos and I've seen people trying to talk about it. But you understand that when they fall into a problem, perfect case scenario is the Somalis, Hispanics. We see them trying to call black people to come and help them, stand for them and just, go on the streets for them. And I think it is this time that black people are also realizing that, we've been filling your cups, but right now, what we're going to be doing is just, we are also going to be filling our cups. So I'm really glad. And I'd like to say congratulations for black people for realizing this and making, the right decision, thinking about how to, standing as black people generally, that's the most important thing. And what I've learned from all this is that black voices are so much important. There is nothing as important as a black voice. Somebody might take black people for granted. Look at the warnings that black people told all these people and what the ICE agents are going to be doing to them. It is so diabolical that we have some Hispanics, we have some Somalis that still think that black Americans can also be deported. But I don't think that can happen because black Americans have proven that they are the blueprint of the United States. Remember that black history is American history. So even Mr. Donald Trump knows that. And there is no way he can just wake up in the morning and deport black people. So they are waking up to a reality. And I hope this serves as a lesson to all these other groups of people that think that they can just come to the United States and just do what they want to do, demolish the name of black people, and take the credit of things that black people do. I'm an African. Like I'm talking right now, I'm an African. And one thing is that I don't sit on the fence. I just say the truth. And because at the end of the day, I know that the truth is the things that will set me free. So I understand that part of history because most of these people get into the United States and the first thing that they do, they start tarnishing the name of black people without thinking that without black Americans, they could have not been in these places. So I think it's just important. And I support this 100% because it is time for black Americans to start like thinking about themselves, to start filling their own cups. Because I think that's just the missing part in all these issues. That has been the missing link in all these issues. Until then, black people will thrive. And you understand when you see something happens and people call for black people, they are saying, where are the black voices? Because they know that black Americans are the blueprint. Because when they say something, when they get on the street, the voices get to be heard. Congratulations, black people, for choosing not to go to the street. It's not because you are inhuman. It's not because you don't want to help, but it's because these people expect your help when it's convenient to them. It's a one-sided type of solidarity. So I think it's imperative that you get to understand what you're doing is not being inhuman. And I'm behind you, black Americans, and I support the cause that you're having, and you have all my support. So I hope you're doing great from wherever you're watching me from. But until then, I'm hoping to see you on my next video. But until then, peace, love, and harmony. Salute. Have a blessed weekend from wherever you're watching me from.